Hello guys, so today we are going to look at how to plant fruit trees and get the maximum amount of fruits and the best fruit that you can get. So we are going to look at how we can plant here. I have some avocados, grafted avocados. I also have some pixies and some oranges. So the first thing that you can look at is the hole where you're supposed to plant your trees, and the hole where you're supposed to plant your trees should be a bit wider than the size of the roots so that the roots can grow easily. If it was on a container, if you're removing it from a container or from a paper, you're supposed to plant your tree the same depth that it was in a container or on a paper. So you look at the depth that was planted, your roots. Number two, you can even dig 18 deep and 18 in diameter. So I have a few plants to plant. I have avocado grafted ones. I also have some pixies. I also have some oranges that I'm supposed to plant, and I also have some grafted apples. So the first thing that I did was to dig the hole. So something else you need to consider is the graft union, where your fruit tree is grafted, such that your graft union is above the ground level. So your graft union should be above the ground level. You should also consider the type of soil you have. If you have sandy soil or it has a lot of clay soil, then you can be able to apply manure. For me, I applied some organic manure. So the next thing that you're supposed to do, for me, the fruit trees were planted on this type of paper, and around here they are usually planted on this type of paper when you go to buy them. So when I was buying, it was with this type of paper. So the first thing I did after digging the hole is to remove very softly. We don't want to destroy the soil because we don't want to give the plant stress. The plant should not be stressed. So I was able to cut the paper using some scissors. You have seen me cutting the paper using some scissors. And after cutting, you remove the paper very softly. I told you I have some various types of plants. I have oranges. You can see me cutting the pixie one. You see how softly I am cutting the paper. I don't want to destroy the soil. I want to remove it very, very softly. I don't want the soil to crumble. So you can watch me remove the paper. So my soil is not the best. It is cotton soil. And so I had to go and purchase red soil, although it was not enough. But as you can see, the parts that had red soil, I had to take it and fill up this hole. So the next thing that you're supposed to do is fill the hole with soil. And as we go along, you're going to see me take some manure so that I can be able to fill up the soil, the hole with soil. So this is me filling the hole with soil. So the next step is taking your manure, and since my soil is not fertile enough, as I said, there's a lot of clay soil inside it. So for for the nutrients for the soil and even for the plants, I had to take manure. As you can see, my manure is well. It is nice. It has stayed for a long time, and inside it, just because of mulching purposes, there was some dry maize. This is maize from my garden that I had kept for some time, and such that it was very dry. So I'm taking this manure and I'm putting inside the holes that you can see. I have removed the paper very well, and this manure, I'm not just going to put manure only. I am going to mix the manure with the red soil and my cotton soil. So you can see now that is the only amount that I'm going to put inside that hole. I'm going to add another one because I have so many plants to plant. And the next thing that I am going to do is take the soil. You can see me taking the soil that previously I didn't have enough red soil. So I even had to mix with the soil that was dug up previously from that hole. So you're going to mix your soil very well together with your manure, and then you're going to try to impact the soil. So that is me with a djembe. Very well, you cannot maybe see me, but that is what I am doing. I'm trying to mix both the soil and the manure. So ensure where you're planting your fruit tree, there is at least 6 hours of sunlight per day so that it can be able to get enough sunlight. The next thing is enough water. As you can see, I was lucky on that day. It was looking like rain. And sure enough, after that, it started raining. But because I was not very sure about the rain, I didn't know if it was going to rain, and I had already planted my trees. So the next thing I did after planting the fruit trees was water the trees. You can see I had started watering. I'm just admiring my trees. I had not finished quite yet, but I had a lot of trees. So that is a pawpaw tree. So I had watered the pawpaw tree. I planted it and watered it. That is a mango tree, the apple mango tree. You can see that is an avocado tree, the Hass avocado. I was trying to water them, but since I had an idea that it was going to rain, it was looking like it was going to rain, I tried to water them gently. That's an apple tree. I had already planted and even watered it. I planted quite a lot of trees. That is, if I'm not wrong, that's an orange tree. I also have the pixies. I don't have lemon. I tried to look for a lemon tree, but I couldn't get one. So mostly I planted the Hass avocado. I already have previous trees that I have planted before. That is an apple tree. And although I had not finished filling up the soil, I had tried. You see the grafted union, the graft union is above where I have filled the tree. I was still trying to fill in the soil, but I had done a good job and I was proud of myself. So you can see my mango trees. they still have some fruits, although sometimes you're supposed to pluck those trees to give the tree some time in order to mature and in order to give you better fruits next time. So I plucked the first harvest, and this is the second harvest after planting this tree. This is a grafted mango tree, and this is the second time the fruits are coming out. So you see the grafted area is above the ground. That's a Hass avocado over there. That's a mango tree. Yeah. So you can see I already harvested my permanganate, and that is how I planted. And the method that I showed you for planting all the other fruit trees is the method that I used for planting these permanganate. They have thorns and they are pricking me, although I can't give up. So thank you for watching, guys.